You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your early weekly spoilers for April 21st through the 25th. We're going to see Jack and Kyle taunting someone and Nate being increasingly suspicious. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and if you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. As we always do on Early Edition Day, we're going to start with what's coming the rest of this week. So with that in mind, on Wednesday, April 16th, Nate is quite suspicious of Victor's offer to Audra. And honestly, if Nate knew what that offer really was, he would be furious. But Audra keeps misleading him / lying to him, while of course plotting how to get what she wants and thinks that she deserves. Lily wants Damian to tell her what his boss Dumas is up to and why he's interested in Winters, but Damian has to think very carefully and tread very carefully because betraying his mystery boss could cost him everything. So Lily decides to trust Damian, which sets off her brother Devon. That same day, Abby reveals the awful fake Alan ordeal to Lily and tells her about Tracy's twisted fake fiance kidnapping Sharon and Phyllis as well. Kyle and his papa Jack sniff out one of Victor's spies asking shady questions at Jabot, and they blackmail the guy into being their double agent. That same day, when Jack runs into Victor and Michael, he's pleased and smug because he has one-upped them and they don't know it yet. Kyle still wants to move in with Claire, so his dad Jack offers that they can do it at the Abbott mansion, but Kyle thinks that's going to be a tough sell because Claire values Victor's approval, which he is still not giving, and he would doubly freak out if she moved into the Abbott mansion with Kyle. When Michael tries to get Victor to drop the Abbott vendetta, he tells Michael that he will not, and that instead he welcomes whatever challenge that Jack may bring to the table. Meanwhile, Kyle is not happy to see Claire chatting with Holden again, but we know Audra's the one that Holden seems to want. I do wonder if Young and the Restless is chemistry testing Claire and Holden for some reason, because throwing them together over and over seems kind of strange. Audra throws out a cryptic challenge to Kyle as part of her plot to break up him and Claire so she can get her ill-gotten reward from Victor. And Michael finds out about Billy's upcoming meeting with Dumas and lets his boss know. And Victor thinks that the mystery man is setting up Billy Boy and he can't wait to see him take a fall. Thursday, April 17th, we have Nikki really wanting to have some peace between the Abbotts and the Newmans, but of course, Victor's not going to stop, and he's the problem. Jack is rarely the one who initiates these. Now, I will admit over the course of their history that when it comes to Victor and Jack, that the Abbott has done some extreme things to Victor, but most of the time it is in retaliation. He's not the one who starts these things. Meanwhile, Jack has filled in Diane about the spy that he and Kyle found and that their son very cleverly forced to flip on Victor. So Jack and Diane discuss this and they get busy planning their defense to deal with Victor's sabotage plans against Jabot. And speaking of that, the plotting against the Abbotts intensifies as Victor ramps up his efforts to punish them needlessly, might I add. Then on Friday, April 18th, Diane corners Michael, looks like at the GCAC, and she puts him in a tough position. It seems like she is going behind Jack's back to try and find a way to shut down Victor or to sabotage his sabotage. And I do wonder if Michael will consider her offer because he's tired of all this, and he knows his wife, Lauren, is tired of it as well. Victor is playing his cards close to the vest, And even Michael does not seem to know the full extent of Victor's wicked anti-Abbott plans. And mind you, he's aiming broad. This is about Kyle because of Claire. It's about Jack because of Nikki. And it's about Billy Boy somewhat because of Victoria, but just because Victor has hated him for so long. Lily talks to Amy about Damian on Friday, and she shares her concerns about the fact that he is in so deep with this shady guy, Dumas. And it looks like Lily might be legitimately worried about Damian, but I don't think that stressing out Amy, who is going through leukemia treatment, is the way to address any of that, you know? Going into the week of April 21st through the 25th, we are going to see Michael Baldwin increasingly torn after Daniel appeals to his better angels. And of course, we know Lauren Fenmore would want Michael to do what he can to shut down Victor and this whole vendetta, or even better, to just completely walk away from the mustache, because Lauren is tired of this. She feels like he is dragging Michael into dark and shady tactics. And we know that her husband does have a dark side and she doesn't want him delving into that. But he feels this like fatherly loyalty towards Victor that he just can't let go of. Amy is worried after talking to Lily about Damian. And so Lily may regret blabbing to Amy, and then we may see Damian upset at Lily that she has worried his dying mother over a situation that he is dealing with. You know, she doesn't need any more stress in her life right now. Victor is not going to relent on going after all the Abbotts, and his family is about to start losing patience with him one after another. Nikki is already tired of it. Victoria is getting a little more tired of it. Thankfully, Nick looks like he's in Europe, so he'll come back probably tired of it. Jack and Diane and their son Kyle are all on high alert because of Victor. So I wonder if Kyle is going to tell Claire about the spy they found at Jabot to try and convince her to stop being concerned at all about Victor's approval, because it's just not worth it as far as Kyle is concerned, because Victor's playing such dirty games. Why would Claire even care what he thinks? Watch for Audra to get started on her big plan to break up Kyle and Claire. And of course, Audra really wants to get what she thinks she deserves from Victor. We just saw flashbacks this week of her, you know, thinking about how he cheated her out of stuff. And Victor's about to start planning Nikki's big birthday bash, and Jay Rodriguez from Queer Eye is going to be the fab party planner. The party is going to happen right as May Sweeps ends. Watch for more of Billy and Phyllis establishing Abbott Con, and for Adam and Chelsea to keep up the love fest as we head into Sweeps, which, by the way, kicks off Thursday of that week on April 24th.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.